Well, Gar's too busy for us this weekend, so we'll just have to do the episode without him.
Yeah, I guess since we talked about Hurricaneger, we decided to just be Hurricaneger this week. You got me, got Ichi, and then we have Emily.
Yeah.
We'll have the Go Riders, Paul and Cell here, and then sometimes, occasionally, when he wants to, Hurricaneger, played by Gar.
Cell and Paul really are the Go Riders of Castranger.
They are the Go Riders.
I never thought about it, but that's so fucking true.
We tell them that, they're like, we're not insulted. Huh.
I don't know if Cell will even know what the fuck we mean.
He knows what who the Go Riders are.
Yeah.
Say, oh, the Navy Thunder, Crimson Thunder Rangers, Ninja Storm. Be like, oh yeah, those guys.
Yeah. Anyway,
Anyways, kill roll call.
You bitch.
You bitch.
Connect. Loading.
Broadcast.
Perfect.
Show running super savant.
Level up.
Bluecaster super Ichi.
Loud and online. Greycaster Robolane.
A spark of courage, the power of dreams. Orange Caster, Global Soft Perka.
Casting, criticism, comedy, chaos.
Radio Sentai Castranger.
On air.
Welcome to Radio Sentai Castranger episode 464. Do we have our Pokemon of the week from someone in the chat?
No, Jerry's not in the call, so he can't hear us.
People are busy, I guess. It's the start of the month.
Yeah, it's Pokemon Profile Picture Month, everybody.
Fine, I'll look at. Oh, it's Rhyperior.
Yeah, I love Rhyperior.
Yeah, so a tradition that we do, I don't know who else does it, but like a tradition we do in our circles is for the month of December, we make our profile picture on Facebook a Pokemon that we like. And as of last year, I decided to get a little more creative with it. Last year, I put up this art that I found of a fusion of Cerulege and Glade. And this year I decided to get creative again. I did my own like blue quote-unquote temporal variant of Iron Valiant, and I called it Azure Valiant.
Oh, you have a picture?
It's really cool.
Let me post a picture. Hold on.
I just decided to do my favorite, Mega Slowbro. Because Mega Slowbro is amazing. He's so unhappy being just on his tail like that.
Just a really quick
Look at
Photoshop.
that shit! Ichi's so creative. Well done, sir.
I don't know if
And
you
Emily's
can call
Fido.
making things blue creative. It's just the thing I do.
Well, you're the bluest boy, so.
I do. I have to keep up my career.
And Emily switched hers to Fido, which is, I love that. I was like, that makes so much goddamn sense.
It was really hard to decide, but I chose Fido.
It was hard to decide, though.
Yeah.
Are you with Fido for your cell plan?
Oh my gosh. Now
I will be.
Being bad in the Pokemon universe.
All right. Well, we are a bunch of Pokemon, I guess, who get together every week to talk about Kamen Rider, Super Sentai, and a third thing. Our topics for this week's episode are Kamen Rider Gotchard, episode 12, episode 38 of King-Ohger, and both episodes of the Kamen Rider Gotchard versus Kamen Rider Legend special.
Fucking gorgeous.
Perhaps too gorgeous. All right, well, before we get into that, we have some news to talk about.
Oh, yeah, baby.
News mode.
So, as expected, hot on the heels of the debut of Kamen Rider Dread, we have the announcement of the Dread Driver.
That's just fun to say. Dread Driver.
Dread Driver.
I think it's pretty cool.
Dread Driver, you'll get possessed by the Dread Driver.
No, oh my god. Was that the Crossfire commercial?
Yup.
Oh yeah, you knew it. I got to play Crossfire when I was a kid because my friend.
See, it was a little after my time, but I know about it because of the Nostalgia Critic.
It was actually really fun. It was actually
a
really
world where fate is decided by Marvel shooting an even bigger Marvel.
Wait, that's just Beatamon.
I was about to say Beatamon.
It kind of is.
Beatamon?
Yeah, Beatamon and Crossfire do have some
Crossover?
DNA in common. Yeah.
Crossover.
Right. So, first thoughts on this driver. While I'm absolutely on board with the idea of there being dark chemi cards, or apparently repli chemi cards as they're called, I actually don't like the design of the driver.
I'm not a fan of it.
I think it's cool that they are once again using the Demon's Driver style LCD technology, and I'm happy they're using that still. But just like the overall design of the driver, I'm not a huge fan of. It feels like a kit bash of the Demon's Driver and the Gamer Driver, but it took like the worst. It misinterpreted what made those drivers good and sort of kit bashed them in a way that I'm not really a huge fan of.
Yeah. I do like the sounds from it though, like the standby chime. It's just like someone like playing on a piano, and then like when you like
draining part.
You take the lever and you like pull it to the side, it like makes like a door creaking open.
Yeah.
It's really cool. It's like, it's basically like a if you're into like horror movies and like haunted houses and shit like that, this is the belt for you. Like, holy crap.
Yeah, and
I still can't believe how it worked in the episode, but I guess we'll get to that.
Yeah. And then I'm going to speak to it on sort of like a back end kind of like design kind of sense. I understand why they did what they did, but it's not a choice I agree with from a marketing standpoint kind of thing. So in order to activate a card in either one of these two slots that the driver has, you have to scan it along the top first and then put it in the driver. Whereas the
Gotchard, that was weird too.
Right? Whereas the Gotchard driver, it scans it when you put it in. And I know that the obvious answer is, oh, it would cost too much for them to put card scanning technology in both the slots. But I just don't like the way that it functions, where you have to carefully slide it across the top and then decide which slot to put it in.
Again, watching the episode, I thought that the idea with that one was just going to be you scanned it, you didn't have to put it in, but then he did, so it was just like, okay.
Yeah. The one thing about it that I do think is cool is the card that goes in the primary slot, you see clearly, even behind the LEDs as they're going off. I think that's the only part of the driver I think is cool.
Oh, did we also mention this is Premium Bandai? Because it's Premium Bandai.
Is it? God damn it.
Yep. Of course it is.
Oh, man. Yeah, Premium Bandai, web exclusive, 11,990 yen, not releasing till March. Until then, we'll be dreading its release.
Calling it right the fuck now, the Gotchard driver is going to be the only retail release belt in the show.
Here's the question, though: if kids want like a Dread driver, like how do they even know that you can get it? Like,
there are commercials on their YouTube channel, and and there's commercials on TV, and it probably mentions that you have to get it from Premium Bandai from their website.
Like, Premium Bandai is also more for like the adult collectors, so
I know that's what I was thinking. Like a lot of these, like I'm sure that there are kids who want it.
Yeah.
But
they don't make Rider for kids anymore.
The repli chemi cards are cool. On the back where they would show Gotchard's helmet, they have Dread's helmet, and it looks like they will be usable in the Gotchard driver, unsurprisingly.
It's evil Skabos.
Yeah. So now the question becomes, how many of these are they going to make? Are they going to make an entire separate dark versions of all 100 plus chemis?
Oh, they just read like normal chemis.
Oh, lame. Which means which means they absolutely could. They literally just doubled the amount of cards they can produce and sell by making these dark versions that have identical sounds.
Welcome to finally a market they realized they could fucking juice everyone out of their money with.
God damn.
I just want to put the skater die theme to the evil Skabos.
You either skate or you die.
Skate or die.
Die. Yeah.
No, but wow. I'm sorry that happened to you, Vegas.
So,
Not really.
so the Dread Driver comes with 6 Replicami cards: Steamliner, Bullet Bong, Skebos, Apare Bushido, Unicorn, and Dai Oni, which I don't think we've seen before.
Dai Oni these nuts.
The last 2 we haven't seen the normal versions of yet, as far as I've seen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a thing.
I'll not get this.
Yeah,
I'll
me
not
either.
get this 'cause I don't
Not
care.
interested. Moving on, we have figures, not SH figure arts, but more closer to the gimmick line figures of the Sochaku Henshin Kamen Rider Gotchard Set 3, which is focused on the 2 first Super Gotchard forms we're seeing, which are X-Rex and UFO-X.
These are wonderful looking. I love them. The UFO one's so cool.
Not a fan, as I said last week. But X-Rex is cool. I like it. I like how Gurren Lagann it is.
I love like the mouths over the driver, so it's like
Yep.
That's cute.
But yeah, it looks like, I think it's just one figure that comes with both armor sets that you can transform between. Very cool.
Yep.
Let's see. 22 points of articulation. It comes with the Excalibur. 4,400 yen, December 27th release. Just after Christmas? Wow.
And the armor itself can also turn to like the chemis. So
Oh,
that's
yeah.
cute.
Of course.
Cool.
Why wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I do think the X-Rex Chemi is kind of adorable in a weird way.
Yeah.
That's cool. All right, next, something that is from the SH Figure Arts line that got announced is Kamen Rider Nago Entry Raise Form and Entry Raise Set, which I guess comes with the mask for Lopo, Hakubi, and Letter.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good for Letter.
Comes with the
Good
helmets
for
and
Letter.
buckle parts for Letter, Lopo, and Hakubi.
You know you've truly made it when you become an SH figure art. So good for Letter.
All right. The only way she was ever going to get a figure was to get bundled in with someone else. They wouldn't dare release her on her own.
I love they put all the girl riders together.
Get it?
Female?
Oh, there was a preview of Super Gotchard Lixian. Cool. I like that helmet. Very pointy.
Lixian?
It's not real? Okay.
Oh.
Unfortunate.
Unfortunate.
So yeah, if you like the female riders from Geats, this is the set to get. Let's see. Premium Bandai Web exclusive, 7150 yen, June 2024 release. Neat. So this was something we were discussing briefly right before recording, but if you are interested in Tycoon Bujin Sword, you can go to tokulectables.com and order an 840mm long actual version of the sword. Not like actual weapon, it's like a toy prop. But
that's still pretty cool.
That's pretty crazy. Comes with the sword and the sheath. Very, very cool. And it is a China originated release. And it looks like it's going for $185 US. Yeah.
Very nice.
So that's a thing. Next, I'm so sad Gar's not here because I know he's excited for this, but they announced the memorial edition of D-Sword Vega from Deca Ranger.
Yeah.
The sword used by Deca Master.
It looks so fucking good.
I love that you can like chain up the mouth and then unchain it. That's so good.
Yep. And apparently you can also shoot it as a gun like he does in the movie.
Oh my god. Of course they did.
Yeah, it's just like there's like this famous scene where he's like in a helicopter and he's shooting the sword at like a gun.
Yep. That's
so cool.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
That would look great up on a wall.
Oh yeah.
Being released as part of Deca Ranger's 20th anniversary celebrations. 900mm in length. Transition from seal mode to release mode. Plays corresponding release sound effect and LED lights. Plays 3 kinds of background music, including Deca Master Never Stop. Is that the name of his theme song? That's awesome.
Oh, and you can recreate the scene where he like flashes down 100 mooks.
Holy shit.
Recreate that whole scene with the sword. That's amazing.
It has 2 modes, Deca Master version and Deca Red version. Because he used it one time.
Yeah, I guess Deca Red used it one time.
Yeah, it comes with its own pedestal and auxiliary parts. Premium Bandai web exclusive, 19,800 yen, August 2024 release. Yeah, very cool.
Yeah, this is worth that price.
Oh yeah.
So nice, so sleek.
All right, and our last bit of news. I think Emily might want to take point on this one.
Yes, the Precure copyright for 2024 came out. Finally, and it is. I have the logo right here.
Yeah, I have it up on the screen.
Wonderful Precure.
So the immediate thought is one. So dogs.
Yeah, that it is dogs.
Because tail.
They're also bones and paw prints. Yeah, but the weirdest thing about this is, did you notice something about the actual text?
There's like a dog tail at the exclamation mark, and there's like cat ears on the heart.
Not any of those things, but the actual characters themselves. It's the first time it's ever been in hiragana instead of katakana.
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't have picked up on that.
Since the very beginning of Precure, it's always been spelled the same way. But for some reason, it's in hiragana for this season, and I don't know if that even means anything or matters, but it's the only time that that's ever happened.
I will just say this. This better be a Precure series where it's dogs that turn into Precures.
Well, here's the thing. I heard a theory that the reason that they're doing this, especially so soon after Healing Good, which was already kind of a pet-themed Precure season, very loosely, it was more about like nature and stuff, but it had companion animals as a big part of it, and the main mascot was a puppy, but is that Paw Patrol is super big in Japan. So I'm wondering if they legitimately will be dogs who turn into Precure.
I hope so.
It's just fucking reverse
Oh my
Inu
god,
brother.
the dog girl. Yeah, I honestly, I think that would be pretty cool. It wouldn't be the first time we've had animals turn into Precure, but it'd be the first time that was the basis of a whole team if they do that. I wouldn't be surprised if they were still just humans, but like maybe one of them is a dog who turns into a Precure.
It's gotta be.
Because we've had a cat who turned into a Precure, and then could never be a cat again. That was weird. We've had a baby who turns into an adult. We've had but that's like just turning into a human. But like animals turning into humans is not unknown in this. Yeah, exactly. Inu brother is not unknown. But Morgana's not a cat though. They're here live. They're not a cat. Sorry, that was terrible. But yeah, Precure dog themed. Is it just dogs? We will see.
Yeah.
So far, the other thing that everyone's been freaking out about is, did you notice that the logo has green in it?
Oh yeah. So there'll be a green one.
A green Precure?
So they're thinking, will there be finally another green Precure? Because that's like the Leonardo DiCaprio not winning an Oscar of Precure memes. Like it's always like there's never any green cures. But
it's time to finally kill the meme.
More news on this as it comes, I suppose. I'm really curious about what it's going to be like, if it's going to be dog themed or like pets in general. Yep, or like pets in general. This one, the theme looks pretty obvious though from the logo, so it's not like there's going to be much speculation that it's going to be dog-ish somehow. And I'm going to miss Hiragaru Sky because it's really good, but I didn't think that the rumors that there'd be a season 2 of it were true, so it's good to know that there won't be, just so we can...
All right.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm rambling.
Awesome. That's okay. This is your time.
I really hope this is a dog, like dogs that turn to Precures.
In news that has nothing to do with anything Toku, but is Japanese merchandise, here's some clear pouch that allows you to see inside Doritos.
Cool.
Which are little gashapon, which are kind of amazing. But I was told by Spectre, who made a good point, that the title there, translation, makes it sound like it gives you the amazing ability to see it within a Dorito chip.
Oh.
Oh my god!
They made
Are those
plushies
real?
of the yep, they made plushies of the Geats Riders as Chemis.
Oh my god, they're really cute. Holy crap.
I love the buff one.
Yeah, for me it's Tycoon.
No, he's got the little leaf on his head because he's
got a little leaf on his head. They're all adorable. Oh my gosh.
That's cute.
I'm sorry for the Precure tangent. Let's get to Kamen Rider getting really intense and having like a whole episode that's just one fight.
Yeah, for real.
All right, got your time. First off, I'd like to congratulate Kamen Rider Gotchard for finally remembering 12 episodes later that this is a show about alchemists.
Yup. Oh, so the whole sacrificing thing? That's the dark side of alchemy, Ichi. That's banned.
That's the point.
Can't use it. Full Metal Alchemist taught me anything. Equivalent exchange.
But like, wow, alchemy hasn't been part of the story since like maybe episode 2.
I know, all they keep doing is saying that one fucking alchemist chant, and then they like throw some rocks at people, or like disassemble a chair and throw it at people. That's all they do.
I know that this is like not for way later, but this whole episode was kind of one scene, but Sensei gets actually stabbed to a pole.
Oh yeah.
And like through his hand like stigmata.
Yeah, they kind of low-key that and then don't really address it. He kind of just ends up ripping his hand out and we just don't deal with it on screen.
Nope.
Like it looked like it was like some kind of energy sphere, but still that he just ripped his hand out of it.
But yeah, so apparently Gotchard decided to just dial it to a fucking 11. They're just like, all right, you guys want pain, suffering?
You guys want plot? We'll give you a fucking plot!
Yeah, and I love that this entire episode took place just in one area the whole time.
That's what Emily was saying,
amazing. Yeah.
It was like one scene that was the whole episode. I don't remember seeing that happen.
It's kind of impressive how they did that, actually. So it basically opens with, the reveal that Harima was the spy. She was the one handing blank cards to the sisters. So glad we got that question answered. And apparently she's just like a worshiper of the sisters.
And then they just kill her.
Then they just fucking kill her.
The little girl just fucking goes like, we never cared for you. You're useless to us. Bye.
Either that or she was like sent to the Shadow Realm, but I don't know.
She got fucking dusted. I don't feel so good.
You had to see her dissipate like that. I was like, Jesus Christ.
She literally got Thanos snapped.
Yeah, that was a little bit similar to that.
I gotta give it to Hotaro's actor this episode. Holy shit, was he just on point? So good.
It was like the only other like big I made notes for the whole episode, but the only other big note I had was when the Dread driver activates and the henshin happens. You're hearing all these cracking noises, and at first I just thought like, oh, that's like kind of creepy. But then it shows like his skeleton gets ripped out of his body and becomes the armor.
I don't know if that's supposed to be his skeleton per se. I think that's just like part of the driver's motifs.
Yeah, I legitimately don't. It did. It looked like it ripped out his ribcage and then turned into the armor.
I didn't even pick up on that, but maybe.
Like, you could hear this. Here's the thing, like, it wasn't just that. You could hear the sound of it tearing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I think that it's probably, like, more magical sort of thing. It's, like, not actually tearing it out, but it still sounded like it and looked like he could feel it.
If we start seeing after effects after this episode where Sabimaru mentions that, like, he's taken some internal damage, particularly to his bones, then we'll know that that was in fact what was happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was genuinely freaky.
Let's just say this Dread definitely ups like 15 in terms of design, because like 15 was all right, just the hair, I just couldn't get past the hair.
I keep looking at Dread and going, why is there a fucking Guyver in my Kamen Rider?
I think his design looks so cool, and I like he has this.
I really like the helmet.
And yeah, he looks so dope.
I get what they're going for. Not a fan. Like, I get what he is, what he's doing. It's absolutely on point. The dark skeleton, evil, manipulative rider. It's just not a design I'm a fan of. But I will say, we know that this is Dread, quote unquote, Type 0, or as the belt says, Zerushki, which means, of course, he'll have more forms. So maybe he'll have another form that I like.
Can't use the first set of yokai medals on it.
Vegas, before you come in here saying I don't like anything, I will point you to the fact that I am a huge fan of Steamhopper and Needlewing.
He has
Vegas didn't accuse you. He accused Eco of never being a fan.
Yeah, Eco. Fuck that.
Oh, Icho.
Needlehawk, Needlewing. My memory's fucked up.
Evil alter ego who hates everything.
But yeah, no, I like Steamhopper. I like Needlehawk. Those are all good forms so far. Valvarat.
I apologize, Vegas. I'm the person who's way too amused by typos like an idiot.
I like Valvarat. I just don't like that his pants are dirty.
And I like Gold Mechanicer because that's the fucking coolest Gotchard suit. So anyways, yeah, the Hades sisters basically noticed that Sabimaru is the best first test subject for Dread because he's like a genius, which makes sense because Sabimaru is a genius. So just this poor guy. Oh my god.
I knew he was gonna be the most interesting character. I knew they were gonna do more with him, and this is absolutely where the payoff starts to happen. They pulled a fucking Kingdom Hearts Riku on my boy here.
The most fucked up thing, though, that really just, like, made me go, oh my god, was when, like, he's trapped in the fucking suit,
the AI
like,
starts.
and you hear, like, him talking through the tablet, just hearing him in pain, and I'm just like, Jesus fucking Christ.
I love that. Narratively, so I love that. I love that he's able to speak out through Isaac.
Yeah.
It really makes me wonder what the fuck Isaac really is.
Isaac is voiced by Sabimaru. Who's that again?
Sabimaru. He's voiced by him.
Oh, it is voiced by Sabimaru. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
What were you saying, Emily? Sorry, we keep cutting you off.
Say literally the exact thing that Lane just said. So, just hearing the AI speaking his thoughts and screaming, "Help me!"
Yeah. So like him being forced to do like the transformation, like you just hear like his arms just like creaking and stuff like against his will to like scan the card, put it in the belt, and then you just hear like that dun 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 dun, just like someone away on a piano.
I will say in the case of speaking to whether or not those bones from his henshin are his, I will say I did notice before the henshin happened, he was like creaking around a lot, like his bones were being adjusted inside of his body.
I know that's was scary.
And then like the little girl just goes like, it's like, oh, what do you say now? And then he just like, if he says henshin against his will and then transforms, and I was like, fuck.
Yep.
So cool, so dark, man.
But yeah, while I'm not a fan of Dread aesthetically, narratively, I'm absolutely here for the Sabimaru becoming Kamen Rider Dread plotline. And now I'm wondering how long this is going to last. I'm wondering if they're going to be other users of Dread. I'm wondering if like the form of Dread changes depending on who's using it, or if the form change will happen for other reasons. There's so many different ways this could go.
You know who I want to be Dread next? I want it to be the teacher.
Minato?
Yeah, I think the teacher should be
scary.
But yeah, I think whoever like, because like obviously they're using Sabimaru as like the first test subject for the belt, so obviously they're gonna like upgrade the belt with more, like the rider with more forms as the show goes on. So maybe every time he gets a new form, he gets a new user.
That's what I was saying. I was wondering if the form will change depending on who uses it. Imagine if Spanner gets used as Dread. That'd be crazy.
Oh man, and he's like, it's like Mad Wheel in the Dread Driver.
Yeah, like that'd a Repli cool. Mad Wheel.
Yeah, an even madder wheel.
But yeah, so we get to see him basically match Gotchard, where Gotchard uses a form, Dread uses the card in his other slot, and does the drain move. And I just love that he puts in he puts in Pika Hotaru. He does a little flash. He puts in Bullet Bong, and he gets a pair of fucking guns.
Yep.
And then he puts in Odoririfa, and he just like
does some sick dance moves.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, the rest of this was kind of cool, but you're killing the vibe a little.
We're killing the vibe just a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, the minute where he like revealed part of his face through the helmet was fucking badass. That's some like final episode of Power Rangers shit.
Oh yeah, because like Hotaru was like totally fucking ready to just.
Yeah, but then he couldn't do it.
Yeah.
And then Dread beats the ever-loving crud out of Hotaru.
He like sends him down to the ground with like a cross chop, like a double chop attack to like his shoulders. And then you just hear him in the background, like off screen, just punching Hotaru in the face.
It wasn't all off screen. It wasn't off screen. It was a little bit on screen.
It wasn't all off screen. But like, just oh my god! And
straight up Kuga style, savagely beating him in the face. Jesus Christ!
It's interesting too because I like that the other two sisters were there to like stop. Like the teacher from intervening, the Spanner from intervening. So like they were like keeping them distracted while like, the rest of the shit was on.
I fucking love that fucking Spanner tried to fight him and got his absolute shit kicked in, and then at the end of the episode had the absolute gall to go, "You guys all suck." And I'm like, my dude, you were flattened just as well as they were.
No, he got kicked in the face and de-transformed, so...
You went down faster than everyone else did.
Piece of shit.
But yeah, so Renge uses her own voice and friendship and connection with Sabimaru to stop Dread long enough for a miracle to occur in the form of the appearance of the ex-Gotchalibur, which shows up unpainted for some reason.
Yeah, it's like it wasn't finished.
It's like it's been 3D printed, and then it gets color when he uses it.
So I guess he like touches the sword, and then he gets like a vision of like the UFO form for later, and he's like, I understand now, and proceeds to just slash him with the sword once,
and just like. With no actual use of the belt, just like quick henshins into Steam Hopper, and I'm like, we're really doing this shit on episode 12? All right.
Yeah, it didn't have the animation, but like it was a crucial. Like I don't think they had time for that now.
No, it's not even a question of doing the animation or not. It's a question of he didn't even like do the actions of putting the cards in the belt and activating it. I get that
that's fair.
I get that that's a thing toku shows like that do later on when we're like, we have to get to the action. But like, my dude, we're in episode 12.
Could still put it in, yeah.
We're gonna ignore our own belt mechanics this early in. So he insta switches to Steam Hopper. The sword magically colorizes, and then we see him do one attack before he just immediately goes down from the overload, I guess.
Yeah, and then the teacher like gets free, and he just like, all right, we're done, and he like smoke screens.
The shockwave,
he summons like a dust storm, and they all just get whooshed away. Also, like the attack he does with the Gotchalibur, which by the way is the dumbest fucking name ever. I don't know what it is with Japan's obsession with the idea of combining the word strike and slash into strash. But it's not cool. I don't like it.
I just want to say that picture needs to be turned to a mode for the Discord. That is the sign. That is a clear picture definition of fucking trauma. Like the more trauma this poor boy just fucking witnessed and experienced.
What does it say about how seriously I take Hotaru when the first thing I think of seeing that image is can't sleep, clown will eat me, can't sleep, clown will eat me.
Oh, also what's
also
her face?
trauma.
Like, also like the inspector bitch, whatever, like that. She would like tease like the Hopper amalgam, and I was like, oh, I want to see that now.
Yeah.
See the Hopper amalgam. That sounds so cool.
I'm sure
I want to see what that looks like too.
I'm sure it'll be in a movie.
Sleep. Dread will punch me.
Except I don't want it to happen, but I also want to know what it would have looked like. So instead, we just need character designs. That's it.
I'm sure someone will do fan art of it.
Also, I like
that doesn't count. It's not real.
I like apparently Dread thought that the way to kill Hotaru was just an elbow to the fucking head.
Okay, that's a good
he was about to like pull his elbow down onto his head, and then he just stops it. And I'm like,
one of his attacks was also just called Blood Sacrifice, and it was just the hand from the end of Cabin in the Woods.
Yeah, because he used Gorilla Sensei, and that summoned a giant sand hand.
Welcome to Sand Hands.
Sand hand.
I'm sorry, I'm an idiot.
I'm gonna say this episode definitely turned my opinions around about like what I think of Hotaru as a character, because like I was kind of like starting to get like a little annoyed about like his whole like happy-go-lucky attitude and shit, and then I love it. He had to experience trauma and like this amount of trauma for me to go, all right, cool, I can get with this guy.
My opinions on Hotaru are still unchanged. What is changed though is my opinion on the show itself. I'm like, all right, now we're getting into some shit.
Yep. Anyways, so yeah, Decker, if you could turn that into an emote for the for the Discord server, I'd appreciate that. Thank you.
So it looks like next week's episode will be the debut of Super Gotchard UFO X.
Ooh, I can't wait. Looks so good.
Yeah. Any other thoughts on Gotchard before we move on?
He's okay.
Oh, Hotaru will be fine. I'm glad like Renee's also kind of just, you can tell she's very concerned for him.
Minato made mention of talking to the higher-ups at the academy, so I'm curious if anyone new is actually going to show up, or if he's just going to come back with, well, no one decided to help.
Everyone said, fuck you. Also, they like had a scene with the inspector, and he's like, huh, Hotaru did that. Can use the level 10 Kemi. Interesting.
I just love it. Like, he was presumably watching what happened, so... yes, I see he was able to get the absolute shit kicked out of him. Maybe he can handle the number level 10s.
Huh, it also seems like my assistant was the spy. Huh.
He got the crap kicked out of him physically, and then he got the crap kicked out of him emotionally by Spanner, who like you said, he got kicked in the face by Dread and was immediately out of the fight, and yet he still had the audacity to say that. Why is he being such a butt?
He's just trying to be cool, but it's like, bro, you were the first one to get your ass kicked. Shut the fuck up.
And I know I've said this.
If he did do a good job, it would be different, but no, he didn't. He failed, and he still went off on him.
And I know I've said this before, but I'm also really, really fucking sick of his catchphrase now. What ain't I We get it! Get a new line!
Yeah, can we have more Kajiki, please?
Make Kajiki Rider!
Yeah,
no, monkey's paw. Be careful.
Wait, did someone shop the Dread driver?
Yeah.
Oh no, I don't want Kachiki to become Dread. That'd be so fucking horrible. I don't want that for him. He's a good boy.
He's the one who should have the UFO theme for him. He just wants a girlfriend
and he wants to see UFOs and paranormal shit.
He's the one who should have the UFO form.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome, kind of.
God. I'm rooting for Kajiki, man.
Alrighty, take us in.
Retan fans will not waver. Wow.
What the absolute fuck did I just watch? What is happening in my Kingohger?
It was so fun.
This was the most batshit episode of the entire fucking show!
But Ichi, you have to respect that fucking Kaguragi and fucking Yanma were both the two of them to be like, yeah, fuck this shit, we're out.
Okay, I absolutely love that they're like, okay,
put on Kanye
fuck this whole idol plot. We're gonna get up to some fucking shenanigans. Cute Kaguragi absolutely rocking the fucking Kanye shades way harder than anyone has any right to.
Even
he
Kanye
did a
West
deal.
himself.
He did a straight up deal with it and then left.
Oh my god, did he? Okay, first off.
Hi, Minangan! Good to find out where you've been all this time!
Yeah, so we found out, like, originally when we found scans of them that he was voiced, apparently, by Tomokazu Seki, and I was like, oh, okay, that's kind of weird, but I don't really hear it. And now we know why they got Tomokazu Seki to voice this guy, because holy fucking shit, was he incredible.
What in the absolute fuck was the thought behind making him talk like a foreigner? Because that was annoying.
Because that's what Tomokazu Seki does best.
Thinking was, why does he sound like American? Like, that's what I wrote in the...
He sounds like someone non-Japanese trying to talk Japanese and being ass at it.
But I was here for it so much. It was so... Every time this guy opened his fucking mouth, I was like, fuck yeah. I love hearing this guy talk.
All I could think of was that Universal commercial where it was like, Konnichiwa, Steven Spielberg des.
No, Steven Spielberg des.
The funny thing is, it kind of narratively makes sense that a bunch of fucking aliens from off-planet
would be foreigners, yeah.
would be not proficient in Japanese, but that excuse doesn't work because everyone else in the group does.
Yeah.
So yeah, apparently the ninja one that like turned all the Gokon prisoners like hearts from evil to good, and now they're all good. So Rita thought, oh, they're all good now, so I have no reason to be chief judge of Gokon. So Rita just fucked off.
That's when she fucked off and helped with Kaguragi's thing. But then Minangan literally crashes into the Gokon throne room and decides, hey, you know what would be a fun way to quote-unquote tidy up Gokon? By having fucking Diend idle! Why was Mofun a judge? Why was the plushie sitting there and moving?
Yeah,
What?
I don't know.
What is happening?
I don't care how batshit crazy this episode was. This is probably one of the best episodes of King-Ohger.
King Diend likes dance teams, so maybe he should watch Gaim.
And then they fucking like, okay, so the first round of the auditions was a dance contest, and they're like, yeah, so Diend is currently obsessed with these dancers right now. I googled it. That's an actual fucking band. That band exists in real life.
No, and then later they fucking fourth wall break by. Oh.
Does that mean that it exists on Earth and Chikyu, or is he watching into our dimension?
I don't know. They just decided fuck the fourth wall this episode.
And then they had Rita dance to Megalovania.
And she fucking Naruto ran off stage to change outfits.
Oh.
Yeah, she did. The beginning of it really sounded like Megalovania, I'm not gonna lie.
No, but then later on they summon like a real idol from I guess from our world or something like that. She's just like, am I on a tokusatsu show?
Fucking,
oh my fucking god, can I have a transformation sequence? And they're like, alright, this is annoying, pops through.
Apparently her name was Iko Marina. She's an actual Japanese idol of some sort. I didn't look too far into it, but yeah, she just gets warped in for the sake of fuck it, we're doing fourth wall breaks anyway. And it's kind of cute. I'm just like, oh, is this a toku shoot? Can I hench in? Where's the producer? I want to talk. Oh my god.
Yeah, but then it's just
right, this bit's
yeah,
annoying.
Nope, bye. Yeah.
This bit is immediately annoying. Boop, you're gone. What was the point of this? Oh my god.
So then, like, all the King-Ohgers, they just, like, they're fucking idiots, and they're, like, reading in too much to, like, so, like, fucking,
I fucking love
Rita,
this. So, first off, I love how absolutely non-secure Rita's personal room is, because it gets broken into effortlessly 3 times over the course of this show. First off, Jeremy walks in and rolls a 12 on his investigation check and pulls out this tiny little terribly assembled Mofun plushie. He tries to assume, oh, your parents are dead and this is a memento and you're trying to...
She's like, no, they're alive. Also, I made that.
And then Himeno walks in, rolls a 17 on her investigation check and finds Rita's childhood drawings of her wanting to be an idol. And it's because of those drawings and that alone that I think that maybe Rita actually did want to be an idol. That's the only reason, because if she didn't, why the fuck would those drawings be in her private room where no one else is supposed to enter?
Also, in that scene, she's wearing a tiger suit for some reason.
Yeah, apparently one of the other rounds of this competition that was performed off screen was some competition that involved dressing up in a fucking tiger kigu. Yep. I can only thank Small Mercies that they didn't show whatever they did with that.
But yeah, it was so funny, just like they're all trying to like they all think they have the reason why Rita's doing this, and Rita's just like, no, you're all wrong.
Guys, I was actually just doing undercover work to investigate the Uchu. You guys are all fucking morons!
So, like, this episode literally left me confused with what Rita's deal is. So I'm like, what are you? And just to cap off what I've been summarizing, apropos of nothing, Gira rolls the stupidest nat 20 on his investigation check and somehow has the idea to look at a poster on the wall and find a secret hole behind it. How the fuck did you think to do that? Because it's Gira.
And that's when he just finds a fucking Mofun manga and infers from that Rita feels like she's no longer needed, and that was the reason for her to do all this idol crap. And I'm just like, oh, I can't handle this.
Yeah. Also, Yama went to go get the ultimate computer, which apparently is what he was arrested for.
I fucking love that Yanma used this whole bullcrap as an excuse to sneak and steal the ultra computer, the thing that he was in jail for 2 years for making. Jerry, you are absolutely making the right quote. Rita, this episode is just Rita going, I'm up to my tits and morons.
Oh my god.
But yeah, I love Yama. Like, I love what's his face. It's like, you know, if they find it out you have this, they're gonna arrest you again. Yeah, it's all right. They're just like, I love how they're so fucking close as friends. It's great.
So then we have the final round of the fucking competition, which is actually singing. And Rita just busts out this full-on Maximum Idol form outfit and this Mofun song that she must have had ready to go.
In the background. Yeah, it said like chibi cartoons of her in the background and the twin tails. It was great. I liked it.
Yeah, because like at one point she's like, oh, I want to be. Rita's like, oh, I want to be an idol, and what's his face? It's just like, well, if you want to be an idol, why do you hide your face?
Like,
it was actually really weird seeing Rita without her mask on, because I'm just so used to it.
That's the one thing.
That's who Rita is.
It's like, I really don't know for sure if it 100% was an act or if she actually had some of those desires deep down. The only piece of evidence that points me in the direction of she really did want to be an idol was the fucking drawings that Himeno found, because why else would those be there?
Yeah.
Everything else you could argue against, but the drawings, there's no explanation for.
Like, maybe you can think of it this way, where it's like, this happened to be the way that Rita was able to go undercover and expose these weaknesses, but also like achieve a little dream that Rita's always had. So it's coincidence.
I would be fully on board with this episode if this was the one that let Rita come out of her shell, which was sort of the point of the episode. Except we can see in the very next episode she's back to wearing the cover over her face. We see it in the preview.
Yeah.
Which means whatever character development we were supposed to have from this episode is ephemeral at best.
Yeah. I love Tomokazu Seki. This whole episode is fucking great.
Go Kagadas!
That's it.
Domo, Minon Gandes.
Performance. No, it's like no one else can pull that off better than Tomokazu Seki. No one.
But yeah, so at the end it turns out to be a ploy at all because Hirubiru warps in and goes, haha, you thought you won? Bonus round, bitch! I know you're tired from that performance you just did, so you're clearly going to lose to Hirubiru! Ha 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 ha! And I actually...
She just collapsed on stage.
Yeah, I actually kind of love Rita was like, Rita and Oshis do not waver! She like appropriated her own catchphrase to sort of get the fans on her side. I love the attempt. I respect the attempt.
Also, we got some really good shots of Papillon Oger. It was nice.
The henshin and battle with Papillon Oger was absolutely epic as fuck, just as it was with most of the other rangers in the last few episodes. If I had to make one change, I think it would have been way cooler if right before she did the henshin, we get like an epic montage of her like getting back into uniform.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because like if she's trying to really sell it to us that this whole idol shtick was just cover for her investigation, I think it would have made her transformation seem a lot more poignant if it was accentuated with her getting back in uniform. Just be like, all right, show's over, back to business. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But I will say the fight was awesome. Rita fucking soloed 2 of the fucking bosses and got both of them to run away.
Yep.
That is unheard of in the show so far.
No, Rita is a badass. Has been from day one.
Let's see what else. I'm kind of thinking that there might be some more plot with Minongan later, because A, that line of him having expectations for her, and B, the reveal that there's something inside of him that we got a little glimpse of when she did her attack.
Oh yeah, that's right.
But yeah, the episode ends with Rita and Morphonia having a nice friendly conversation, and she unzips her face cover, and we do get to see it for like a second, and I'm like, that would have been the perfect point for Rita to actually stop covering their face, except we can see it in the preview for the next episode. They're back to using the cover over the face again, so I'm like, welp, so much for that.
It's okay. Yeah, so this episode is batshit crazy as it was. I had like such a great time. It was so fun.
Yeah,
I was just here for a second the whole time.
I am very excited for next episode because A, we're going back to Enko Sopa to take it back, and B, what's this I'm seeing about the Oger Caliber's hidden command? And now they're using those attacks that were shown in the opening that we thought were just symbolic, but are apparently actually a thing they can do?
Oh,
That's cool.
maybe that part in the opening is like, it's like a tapestry. It's like
no,
legend.
It's just like rider shows do, where there's always a thing in there's always a scene in the show or in the opening that we don't see until like later in the show. You know what I mean? For Drive, it was that shot where the car's driving and dodging spikes and shit.
And then there was in Geats, it was the rain gun.
Yeah, the scene of them in the rain with the gun.
Moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, Sevens is correct. This is basically the King-Ohger's version of Zuoger's Yasei Kaiho. I'm so excited.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so excited to see more gimmick shit like this. I'm absolutely a fan of.
Yep.
But yeah, absolutely batshit episode. I have mixed feelings, and I'm ready to move on.
Loved every second of it. It was great.
Let me be clear. I'm absolutely in support of Rita experiencing character development, and if she did actually change as a result of what they've done in this episode, I'm absolutely on board with Rita opening up as a character. But based on the preview, it doesn't look like that's happened. It looked like this was just a fourth wall breaking episode they did for the sake of itself.
Like it was just filler.
Which is
fun-ass filler.
Which is really a shame, because Rita is such a complex, interesting character that they deserve a genuine character development arc.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Anyways, let's move on to the Kamen Rider Legend specials.
Going, I guess.
Oh, okay. Finally.
No, it's okay. Thank you very much for having me this week.
Of course.
No problem.
Yeah, take care, everybody. Stay safe.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
First comment out the gate, I am immediately sick of hearing the word gorgeous.
No, absolutely not. I love hearing gorgeous.
All right. Overall thoughts.
Holy shit.
I like Legend as a power set, but Kaguya is the most annoying fucker I've ever met. Holy shit.
No, I fucking love this man. He's so cool. Legend's such a fucking badass.
I love the quote-unquote opening where they mimicked the Dickade opening with the whole like holographic half masks over top of his helmet. That was a nice touch.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, the idea is that this is another parallel world where the Aurora Curtain system was developed, and Kaguya apparently descended from the fucking sky to save this world from the evil version of Shocker called 100.
Also, first off, if you're going to refer to him, you got to refer to him by his full name, Ho Kaguya Sports. Please.
Did you just say Kaguyas?
No, I said Ho Kaguya Sports.
That's it.
Yeah, that's what I said. Anyways. I think the Aurora Curtain is, I guess, what the name of like that teleporting technique Dickade has.
Yeah, his like dimension curtain.
I never knew that I never knew the name of it, so I guess it's called the Aurora Curtain.
I don't know if we can actually say that's what Deckade's version is called, but we can call that to Legend's version. It's basically the same thing.
No, that's what I'm saying. I think he wanted to. He was building technology to copy Deckade's ability to like teleport anywhere.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I think my favorite part of this whole miniseries is Butler.
Okay, can I just fucking say, I did not realize that was Kajiki.
Right?
Like his actor, until they actually, like Hotaru was like, Kajiki? And like I paused and I looked at him, I was like, holy fucking shit, that's him!
I also did not recognize him at first. What a fucking difference combing your hair makes.
Yeah, combing your hair and taking glasses off are like, wow.
And like I 100% love the gag of I am the butler, my name is Batra. It's a little more subtle. It's a little more subtle in Japanese because his name being the English word for butler is it's like if we knew someone whose name was the French word for butler. Like
yeah.
Someone said what it was and I don't remember what it was.
I don't know.
Anyway,
French word for butler is.
But yeah, so this guy is basically he is to Legend what Woz was to Zeo in so many ways.
He's Legend's hype man. So good.
But yeah, so even though we see him beforehand, the way he gets introduced to Gotchard is not only teleporting him out of his world into a fucking jail box, but then the man gets out of a bath of water and gemstones and based on the positioning, has his dick fully out and visible to Gotchard for a good several seconds before the bathrobe gets put on him.
Yeah, like our first real proper introduction to this man, he's just having a bath in a bunch of crystals. Like, what a bath. And then apparently
wouldn't that hurt? Wouldn't all those pointy gems digging into your skin really fucking hurt?
Nah, he's prepared for it. But also then, like, he's like, Butler's explaining everything about like his origins and shit like that, or like who he is, and then like they cut back and he's already like fully dressed, and I was like, wait, when the fuck did you do that? But yeah, so this man, like, he has big dick energy, and like, I'm all here for it. And like, we find out basically, like, in the second episode, like second part of the special, like kind of why he started on this journey. So apparently Dickade saved him when he was a kid.
Yeah, that was an interesting thing to find out.
What's cool is at least they got Masahiro Inoue to voice him in that one scene, so
yeah,
that was nice.
Glad they could bring him back for one voice line.
Yeah, one. I got you, kid.
His hair is bleached, yeah, because no one in Japan is born blonde.
So you can obviously tell that Kaguya basically got saved by Dickade as a kid and went, what if I was Dickade but better? Also, something to note, I like how the attention to detail was that it was Dickade with the original driver, not the Neo Deca driver. Yeah, so obviously this was like before he was like Neo. This was before Zio, which makes sense because Kaguya was a child. Yeah, I love even Butler like says at one point, he's just like, well, you are better than Dickade and Zio, and I'm just like, oh shit. I fucking laughed my ass off at that line. Yeah. I was like, damn. So what that tells me is that Kaguya resents Dickade and Zio and is trying to be better than them by having all of their powers but better. Oh yeah, we also got to see like a giant Deca driver. I was That's like, the Aurora Curtain system. Yeah. But yeah, so he notices that like Hotaru, he summons him here because he's just like, yeah, you're not gorgeous enough and you're not cool enough, so I'm gonna take your driver and I'm gonna teach you to be a badass like me. And my immediate response to that is, of course he's not gorgeous! You're picking him early game! It's only been like 10 episodes, my dude! Yeah, this is like first, not even like first quarter Gotchard, and like, of course, he's not ready yet. You gotta let the man midway point, end of show. And yeah, just like the absolute completely unnecessary dunk, just like unlike Saber or Geats, you don't have a shred of gorgeousness. No. I'm like, so is that to say that Saber and Geats are gorgeous? No, but I'm like Toma never gave off like that kind of energy. Ace, abso-fucking-lutely. Maybe he's talking about Maybe he's talking about how sparkly Cross Saber is. I guess so. Toma, in my opinion, has like the worst fashion sense in Rider ever. I like his Amish chic outfits. His Amish chic? No, fucking, he got like the poofier capri pants at one point. It was He's making looking. Amish sexy again. No. Common Dripper Saber. Shut up, Jackson. Also, we find out who like the leader of 100 is, and it's just some fucking guy who. His name is Boss, and he's played by Storius from Saber. Speaking of Saber, oh, that's right. It was Storius, and for some fucking reason, he has the Barlux ride watch. Oh, you know what? At least between him, Zamonis, and Zonjis, at least they got the best of the three. Like the most tolerable design. Disagree. I like Zonjis better. No, Zonjis, they're all stupid except for Barkless. No, I think both of those other two are stupid. I like Zonjis because of the cape. Alright, well anyways, let's get to the fucking debut fight of Kamen Rider Legend. Holy shit, can this man carry himself so hard. I fucking love that they repurposed the Kashins from Zio for the 100 mooks. Yeah. Oh, and at one point, like he downs one, sits on him, and then just nonchalantly summons riders from his bike gun.
This man is trying to give off "step on me, daddy" energy, and I'm not a fan.
So I like he like summons them. They summon like on their bikes. So he summons Gaim, Hibiki, Kaiza for some reason, and then Kiva.
Yeah, I like how for some. Not like, I'm confused by is the proper descriptor. We get 3 title riders and then Kaiza. Like,
I do like
the only thing I can think of is maybe he didn't summon Fies because he was about to use the Fies card for Gotchard. But then, like, why not just use a 4th different title rider?
I do, though, like the attention to detail where Butler refers to Gaim as Armored Rider Gaim. So
that was like, actually a very, very nice nod to continuity. And I love that moment where Butler just goes full Waz and just like narrates each one of them.
So, but yeah, so obviously like he apparently like met every single rider, like the first like Heisei till now, and turned everyone into like Kemi cards or like Kemi Legend cards.
It's not clear 100%, but the one line he says in episode 2 where he's like, the writers begged me to card them, and I'm like, somehow I doubt that. So
I don't believe you.
So I'm wondering if maybe he turned them into cards against their will, straight up Yu-Gi-Oh style. One thing I want to note of that was something I would qualify as an inconsistency is when Hotaru first sees the Rider Kemi cards, he's like, "Oh, Kemi cards!" And Butler's like, "No, these are not Kemi cards. These are a different thing." But then when he puts the card in the Legend Driver, it says Kemi Rise. So clearly they are familiar with the term Kemi.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
Orb, I swear to God, if they end up connecting Legend with the Outsider story, I will lose my shit.
Oh,
in a bad way.
Do you know what?
In a bad way.
What? I feel like if Masahiro Noe is done with playing Dickade, I just want Legend to be like the new Dickade from here on in.
Yeah.
Just like for the rest of the Reiwa era, every time we need like Dickade to show up or something in like a series, it's just Legend. Legend just shows up and just kicks ass.
I also like how
100% down for that.
I also love how Legend, purely out of the nature of his functionality, is an absolute flex on both Dickade and Diend because he can both summon riders and turn into them.
Yeah, okay. So obviously like the Legend Driver, it's so fucking cool. I love this thing so much that like I asked Ichi to get it for me for Christmas because like I need this belt. I need it. It's so cool. It's voiced by Mark Okita, so that's already a badass as shit.
I'm kind of sad that they like re-recorded the Dickade sound when he turned into Dickade in the second episode.
You can kind of tell that Mark Okita's not kind of giving it his all in these recordings.
I really wish they would have used the old Dickade sound. You know what I mean?
I agree. I was also irked by that, but I will say it was really. I just couldn't get tired of it, but it was just really badass seeing all these 4 riders he summons all use their fucking Hisatsus, and just at the end of each of them just a really good shot and just hearing gorgeous. Like I just fucking loved hearing that.
I did like how every rider's finishing attack had an extra little bit of Legend flavored like flair at the end of it. Like when Kiva bashed that one Kashin into the wall, not only was there the Kiva emblem, but there was some like Legend style markings alongside of it. So like there was a little bit added to each of their Hisatsu, and that was pretty cool. But yes, I'm very, very sick of hearing gorgeous, gorgeous.
Even Hotaru is just like, can you fucking stop saying that?
Also, another thing that people in our Discord have picked up on, Legend finally completes the trio of colors paired up with Dickade and Diend to match up to the colors used in printer toner cartridges. Dickade is magenta, Diend is cyan, and Legend is yellow. So between cyan, magenta, and yellow, those are the 3 colors that make up printer toner ink cartridges.
Oh, you know what they have to do now? They have to make like a mini like a Toei Tokusatsu fan club special where just like Dickade, Diend, and Legend team up in like a thing.
And Multi's asking who the black ink is, and the answer is Dark Decade.
Yeah, Dark Decade. That exists in a video game.
In one video game that no one played.
From the PS2, we did. We bought it. It was fun. Or no, we didn't buy. We pirated it.
Yeah,
it.
Yeah.
Climax Heroes, go play it. It's great. The best one's the one on the Wii. So
yeah, that was a fun thing.
I love. So then we get Gotchard. Like he fights a bit of Steam Hopper, and then we get his. So I'm just gonna flat out say it. I love these fucking Gotchard Rider fusion forms. They're all fucking great. They're all amazing.
I sort of resent Forze being paired up with Build, but I guess it kind of makes sense because it's the
best one.
The only thing I will say that makes them match up is Forze is the power of science and Build is the power of the scientist.
I loved the Forze like style helmet, and then it had like the red and blue eyes. Like, oh, so fucking good. I would say like the worst one I think was the double O's one. It was okay.
I can't think of why they would relate other than they are the two shows that aired after each other.
But can I just fucking say the Kuga Fies form? Holy shit. So he uses his Hesots, which summons like 4 Crimson Smashes, and then he like
I think it was
fires 3 and fires 3 Goroms into them.
That was actually fucking badass. I'll admit.
That was amazing.
And I love the way Exceed Mighty's suit has like the Fies like photon streams down the one leg, but then not down the other leg. That was a really neat touch.
Yeah. And then like Butler like describes like what's like good from like each rider pairing.
All he did was combine all of their catchphrases.
No, but like Butler also said like, oh, he's got like Kuga's like mighty strength with Fize's like technology, like concept of technology.
Yeah.
Fucking okay. I have to get into this because this was fucking cool. So yeah, so Gotchard like eventually at one point goes like the Forze build form, which is great. So he does a fucking rider kick on Barkslis or whatever like that. But as he's kicking, Legend's just fucking standing on him like a fucking boss. Jumps off, lets Gotchard do his kick, and then follows through with his own like Decade style kick. And I was like, God damn!
You know what?
So fucking cool.
Absolute Chad move. Absolutely loved that.
Chad.
The fucking
absolute Chad.
Double tap. Gotta respect.
Yeah, it's so fucking cool. And then like he uses like a DN fucking blast at one point. That was fucking cool.
Yeah, he puts the DN card in the Ride Magnum, and that lets him use DN's Dimension Shot attack.
And I was like, that's cool. Yeah, okay, so then I love that he basically has Decade's gimmick where he can like transform into other riders, but he kind of puts his own little like legend spin onto it, which I actually am all for. Like, I think that's really cute.
I love that he puts his like golden sash thing on top of the forms.
Also, I love that now we have this like version of Decade. It's like Legend as Decade. But it's like Decade suit, but he has Legends' sash on him, and then he has the Legend driver. So that's cool. I want that as a figure art.
Legend Decade. I actually wonder what the forms are called, like for Kamen Rider Legend. Is it just like Gorgeous Decade, or is it Decade Form? I
think that's what they might already. Yeah, Gorgeous Deno, Gorgeous Decade. That's cool. Gorgeous.
Yeah.
And like Hotaru, like I love like at one point like Kage is just like, oh, you need to have a massage. Oh, but 100's attacking. Yeah, but your massage is more important.
No, massage first.
No, fuck you. I'm gonna go fucking help these people. Also, fucking Kage is fucking awesome tower he lives in. Jesus Christ.
The tower's cool, but like the fucking so like, oh no, the boss is here to fight us. No, your massage first. And then Hotaru steals Butler and runs off, even though he hasn't taken the driver back from him. So like he drags Butler into the street, and I'm like, what were you going to do? You didn't take your driver back, you dumb fuck.
Oh, and when he turns into the Kuga-O's form, like Butler's like, oh, it's the power of 5. And I'm like, because doubles 2 O's is 3.
Yeah, double O's. You said Kuga O's.
Oh, sorry, yeah, double O's. That's what I meant.
But like, he like struggles to think of how they related. It's just, oh, it's the 5 different powers. I'm like, yes, you're technically correct.
You're not wrong.
I love Sevens called it the woo form. This motherfucker shows up late to a battle because he had to pull his goddamn cape out of the closet.
Yeah, hey man, he owns that cape, dude. Oh my god. I want to see this man show up in like every rider from now on. This is the new decade. This is the new decade from now on. Is this motherfucker? This gorgeous ass dude.
All I can say is, based on the way this special ended, I'm confident we will see him again. In what capacity, I have no fucking clue, but we are gonna see him again.
I'm here for him. I love his design. I love his belt. I love everything about his skill set, his power set. It's just, he's so fucking cool.
Yeah, so they fight off Barlux's
these names, these fucking names.
And
big Dickade energy. You know what? That's the episode.
All right, that works.
It just, the thumbnail just has to be the shot of him in the bath.
Crystal bath.
There you go.
So apparently all their awesomeness was too much for the Aurora curtain system to handle, so it overheats and Hotaru goes back home.
Oh my god, you know what? Fucking Multi just made a good point. I now want to see
Dickade turn into Legend.
Yeah, Dickade turn into Legend and Legend turn into Dickade.
All right, now we've gotten way too far down the meta rider hole.
I need a Legend rider card so badly. But now that Ichi's going to be getting me the Legend driver for Christmas, I think I need to hunt down every single Legend Rider like Kemi card. Probably not the parallels, because like that's just going to be expensive and too hard.
Let's go.
I need to get my hands on all
Let's go ahead and settle this fucking fight right now, because it's very clear.
Legend.
As Kaguya says, Dickade doesn't have Legend's powers, and B, Legend can not only turn into every rider Dickade can and then some, but also summon any rider he wants. So
yeah,
purely by merit of range of function, Legend has a vast upper hand.
Oh my god! That's it! Yeah, he fucking, his power set is literally Dickade and Diend's, because he uses a gun that summons shit, and then his belt lets him transform into this guy's fucking busted.
I said that earlier, that he was flexing on Dickade and Diend by having both of their functionality, by being able to summon and turn into riders.
I'm sorry, I don't pay attention all the time. Anyway, no, but okay, Ichi, I know I make these realizations really late, but like, I'm also just agreeing with you. So that's cool.
But my point is, the only way Dickade would win that fight is by pure skill, if he manages to effectively use the powers that he has on hand in a more skillful way. Because Legend has a vast advantage by pure range of functions and abilities and combat strategies available to him. So Dickade would have to pull out an amazingly tactful play in order to win that fight.
But also it doesn't matter because Dickade's dead technically right now. So
that's it. Yeah.
Literally Diend fucking won that war. He's like, yay, I beat Tsukasa. Fuck you.
Well,
anyways, Kamen Rider Legend special, fantastic. I loved it. I love this man. I love this rider.
I like Legend. I don't like Kaguya, but I enjoyed overall the special. And I love the I love the lore of this parallel world that they've set up.
I hope we get like more Legend. I really do. I hope this isn't the last we see of him.
I'm sure we'll see more. They wouldn't set up something like this and not use it again.
I hope he fights Zane. That'd be awesome.
No, keep him out of Outsiders.
No, I love Outsiders too much.
Keep him out of my Outsiders.
You know what, Ichi? I hope he does show up.
Oh God, now I'm just imagining Legend Gorgeous Zane.
Oh, yo, someone shop that.
Jesus Christ.
Yo, new Legend K-Touch.
Legend K-Touch. Oh God, it's technically possible because they use the Deca driver as a base for his belt, so the Legend driver detaches from it, so they could in fact make a Legend K-Touch.
Yep.
I know that it was made out of pure convenience and effectiveness because they already had the models and the molds for the Deca driver, and it's cheaper to just reuse that instead of coming up with a new belt system for the Legend driver. But functionally, this does allow them to just make a separate Legend K-Touch. Before we worry about the Legend K-Touch, they need to release the Diend one.
No. We got the Decade 21 fucking one for the Diend one.
Yeah, the one that immediately died.
Yeah, but I love that form. Everyone says. Anyways, if you love Legend as much as I do, post in the comments, please. Go buy shit. He's coming out with a figure art. I think I might need to get this figure art.
Argue about who would win in the comments.
Oh, you know what I want to see? I want to see like Legend Gorgeous Beast.
Oh God.
Yeah, especially because people have been making comparisons.
The Legend driver is straight up the Beast driver. I get it.
Open.
And it's a lion.
L-E-G-E-N-D. Legend.
And it's also a lion.
Yeah, he's also okay. Fucking yes. Gorgeous Beast, please. See that?
I mean, I could easily shop it.
Yeah, please someone shop fucking Legend Gorgeous Beast. I want to see that.
Gorgeous Beast. Just saying that makes me cringe. Anyway, that's Castranger.
Or Gorgeous Blades?
No.
He's also a lion.
No! Stay away from my
boy! Someone shop Gorgeous Blades.
No! I'll delete it. No, you know what would be cool? You know what would be cool to see? Gorgeous Espada.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, Gorgeous Gazer. That would be sick.
All right. Well, that's going to be Castranger for the week. Thank you all.
Yeah.
Dickade, Radio Sentai Castranger. Next week, we will be tackling another 20th anniversary movie. This one will be Abba Ranger, The Unforgivable Abare, which I believe we said we were going to do this week, but then we changed it to Legend. I
really hope it's better than the Hurricanes one. God. Also, you know what? I'm gonna say this. If there's no Albright Pink, 0 out of 10.
I'm sure she's in there somewhere.
I hope so. Gorgeous Gore Drive. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Let's do it. Fuck yeah.
All right.
That would look good.
Well, first, before we close everything off, I want to throw out our weekly thank you to our currently active patrons, which of course include our good friends Blaze, Armorhide, Sentai VT, Midas the Fool, and Vegas. Thank you for supporting what we do.
Thank you so much. Comments for me.
Yeah, hashtag comments for Lane. Let us know what you thought of these episodes and the Legend specials in the comments.
Are you gorgeous? Let us know.
All right. Thank you all for listening, watching, liking, favoriting, sharing, subscribing, hitting the bell, and being awesome. As always, the primary source of our hijinks is castranger.podbean.com. From there, you can find our Facebook, Twitter, Patreon, Discord, merch store, all of our cool shit. Thank you again for tuning in, and we will see you next week.
Stay gorgeous, everyone.
I fucking knew you were going to say that.